G-Live.
What? What? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Glive Game Night. We're here, and we're gonna do Glive Gaming News because it's Monday, and we're gonna do GenCon 2021 tonight. Well,
Yep.
we're gonna recap GenCon 2021 because we are not there.
Yeah.
We were not able to go to Indianapolis, because COVID, well, COVID, not
dahil,
because
dahil,
of other reasons.
dahil lang talaga sa
Ni-
COVID.
Dahil lang sa COVID,
Yeah. We,
hindi
we,
dahil
we would have
sa,
went. We would have went.
yeah, we could have went.
Yeah. Share ko lang yung post. But,
Pero
hello.
while Willow is sharing, I'm just gonna greet everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you guys? Happy Monday. If you are joining us in Facebook, please do share our video to your friends so that they could enjoy as we recap GenCon 2021. And if you are on YouTube, do like and subscribe so that you can get the awesome content from us, your
Yeah.
boys, Willow and Dwayne. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the GenCon 2021. It was just concluded over this weekend. Really exciting because last year they only did GenCon online
Mm-hmm.
because that was in the height of the pandemic. Now they have the actual convention plus they have GenCon online. And it's really exciting because this is the biggest gaming convention in Northern America. The
Yeah.
only one that's rivaling it is Essen, but that is in Europe, and that will happen in sometime in October.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Sam. Hello.
Hey
Yeah.
everyone, hey Sam.
Gavin, it's like a lazy Monday today. It rained
It
like.
is so rainy.
Yeah.
Parang it was
But
so dark outside.
yeah. But a lot happened through the weekend. Especially GenCon, no? And
Yes.
we did have a lot of news from different creators, from YouTubers, posts din ng mga people who attended. But I found that very helpful yung ginagawa ng Man versus People, the recap per day na part 1, part 2.
Hmm.
So we're gonna be checking those out. We're gonna be reacting to some of the games, saying our thoughts. We'll skip some of them also, but we'll see. Maybe you haven't watched it yet. If you guys would just want to watch the whole episode per day, per part, you can watch it in YouTube. But mas maganda kasi na we're gonna go through it together. Say our thoughts. Maybe you can share yours also. But if you already have news that you know from Gen Con that you watched, or maybe you found out from a different content creator, let us know which one is your like favorite news game release. We're curious also because I'm pretty sure we won't be able to
Cover everything.
cover everything, and also even yung Man vs. People, I'm sure they didn't cover everything. They were madami daw na release in Gen Con na maliliit na hindi nila napuntahan. So, but we're gonna be checking this one na nakikita natin there. But you know
Yeah.
what? Just some thoughts. It's nice that they have Gen Con physically again after nung
Yes.
pandemic. But it's also nice that they're still keeping that online thing so that people around the world, like even us, can actually attend yung mga things that they prepared. Also, I heard from people na it was really nice kasi it was kind of open, mas madaling umikot. And I don't know. I just wish na I'm just happy na nag-recover yung industry dun sa pandemic. Yeah.
Yes. I totally agree.
Hello Danilyn, welcome to the stream. Also Franz and Gino. And then Clint says they almost not require face mask, buti nagbago dahil may mga reaction online. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buti they also required face masks. I mean, they still showed that they cared na they know na may pandemic. Kasi if it was a con that didn't require anything like that, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a big thing. News, not even just in the industry. No, I'm sure people will say na, oh, bakit sila nagka convention without face masks?
and
Yeah,
and they turned it into positive. I saw a post in Facebook, from the GenCon Facebook over the weekend, that they highlighted yung the masks with the nice design. So may mga cool na parang cosplay. They
yeah,
integrated into it, the masks into their cosplay, into their costume. So you can really get into the spirit of the convention, but
yeah.
still keeping it very safe for everyone.
Sam says downside GenCon requires face masks, but the hotels don't. Well, at least the things that they can control, they controlled. I was thinking about nga, bakit hindi tayo mag board game outdoor meetup with masks and social distancing sa
Oh,
park
well, sabi ng IATF,
somewhere.
no. We're in
Yeah.
alert level 4.
Pag hindi na
Alert, I
tayo,
think.
pag lumuwag, oh, maybe we can do that. Like,
Pag
let's bring out,
nakaluwag-luwag.
I'll bring out the King Domino Giant, bring out the Forbidden Island Giant, latag natin sa park, just to see everyone again. Parang picnic with board games. Alam, sounds fun. Anyway, uh,
Anyway,
so we're gonna check out videos from Man versus Meeple. I found that they were really maganda kasi yung pag-explain nila, and I want sila yung parang napili namin na content creator that we're gonna watch. But if you guys want to watch it, like I said a while ago, if you want to watch it on your own, you can. We just want to react to these games that they presented during the days that they were there. Yeah.
yeah.
We're just gonna get into it. Sabi ni Clint, tapos yung lalaroin, dice drafting pasa-pasa. Well, that may Lysol and alcohol. Sayang BGG
Ay,
didn't do their usual Gen Con coverage. Yeah, actually, yun
yeah.
yung
I,
missing from from that. Kaya I think Man versus Meeple was the next best thing for me. Na they did something similar. You'll see. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna watch this. I'll pause at certain areas, and yeah. Just remember, if you guys want to watch this fully, na walang distractions and wala kami, you can watch it at Man versus Meeple. Uh, Let me just change the banner. Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're here with Ben at the Floodgate booth. You might recognize Floodgate. They've done games like Sagrada, which came out a few years ago, and Holy, which is still fairly new, came out last year.
Yep,
But we're here really to find out more about this game, Vivid Memories. This is your fall release
it is.
coming out this year, right?
Yep, you
I
got
see
it.
a lot of buzz about Vivid. What can you tell me about it?
This was designed by Matthew Dunstan and Jay Gilbert, and illustrated by Andrew Bosley. This is a game about collecting fragments of childhood memories.
That sounds cool.
So we're going to be drafting these little tiles, placing them in our brain to kind of store our memories, making connections, and recalling these memories throughout our life, and then being rewarded for how you make these connections cleverly and how you remember your memories.
We were able to just sit down and kind of play around or just kind of see how the game plays. It does some very cool drafting stuff. I mean, there's so much to this game. I think that it's just a gorgeous game. You will probably see more of it on our channel. Where can people find Vivid when this releases?
We'll have it in game stores everywhere, and of course directly from us at Floodgate Games.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. You'll see more from Floodgate in the near future.
Thank
But thank you guys so much. Thanks, Ben, for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna pause sa mga ganito. Vivid.
Yeah.
Dwayne, have you heard anything about Vivid?
Well, yes. I've seen uh not before you play video about this. Interesting. Yung
Mhm.
mechanic about collecting memories. But before that, can I just note, ang cool pa rin talaga to see a convention. Like I could imagine yung mga previous conventions here na that we have either gaming convention like EGSS and ToyCon, or
Yeah.
board gaming convention. The biggest one is Bacon, and of course our yung sa gaming live na convention sa
GLX.
Shang,
XL.
GLX.
Yeah.
I just miss it so much.
Yeah.
Pero hopefully we can get back. Hopefully we can conquer the pandemic and we can get back. Uh, yeah, Vivid looks really amazing.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this in one
Ang
of our
ganda ng
videos before. The theme is really nice. Medyo may pagka inside out siya with playing around with memories.
yes.
Which makes you get powers or scores you a lot at the end game depending kung ano yung na figure out nyo in certain in your childhood. Really nice art also. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to get this once it releases. So yung mga GenCon releases, usually this takes around before it took around like 3-4 months before we could get them unless na release sila before no.
Mhm.
But hopefully it's gonna be pretty much the same or close to that. So for me, I'm actually anticipating these games could be available and then we'll get it by siguro mga early January, mga next year, or yung iba at around December, late December. Yan. Gino says the art makes Vivid look like a Ryan Laukat game. It does. It does. It's just more crisp, but it has that same feeling. Yung artwork and the theme is really nice for me. Yun yung ano sa akin ng Vivid. Yeah.
It's very child friendly. Pero from the look of it, very abstract yung mechanic niya. You form patterns of shapes.
Yeah. We're gonna skip some
Yes.
of the games, but I just wanna go to this part. I won't play it na, but
Oh,
just to update everyone, Frosthaven, if I'm not mistaken, would be here December. I think hindi ko ma-remember, but I think it's late December or early January. From our last talking, but grabe no. Imagine in a con you get to play one of the biggest game releases already, and I think it's still in production or kakatapos lang ng production. Yeah, Frosthaven.
yeah.
They also featured it in Gen Con. Yeah.
And it's also nice to put a name to put a face to the name. So that on the guy wearing green, it's Isaac Childress, the designer of Frosthaven and Gloomhaven.
Yeah. Ayan. Sabi ni Clint parang Andrew Bosley din yung art. It's just
Si
gorgeous
Andrew
art.
Bosley.
Who made
Oh,
yeah.
he's the artist for Root. Is it Root
Ooh. Or
or
Fort.
Everdale?
Yeah. It looks like Everdell actually. Yeah, it does look like Everdell. And then we're gonna go to our next part. I think this is one of the games na feature na I think in one of her posts around
Hey, welcome back to the Gen
our
Con floor.
yeah.
I'm here with Martin from Plan B at the Plan B booth to take a look at this total surprise. This is not a game I was expecting to see here. This is Azul Queen's Garden. This is the next in the Azul line, right?
Yes, yes.
What can you tell us about this game just briefly?
Briefly, in Azul Queen's Garden, we build a garden. So each player has a garden to build like this, like what we see here, with a center tile and more garden tiles that we connect to it. And we have tiles in it. It's in 6 colors with 6 different patterns. And each pattern is printed on each color. And we have 3 sets of each. So which means that each, for example, each tree like this, the dark purple tree is 3 times in the set of tiles.
Yeah, and that definitely makes this, I would say, a heavier game than the previous Azul. This is more of like what I would call a gamer's version of Azul. Because of these patterns and the colors, when you're lighting them up in your garden, you have to match either the pattern or the color, but you cannot match the pattern and the color, which makes it super puzzling. You're really thinking about, as you're positioning these around, how you're going to place these tiles. And a lot like the last game, you actually have to pay by discarding tiles back into this tower in order to place these out and to put these new hexes out as your garden grows. This is super thinky. I mean, we just got to sit down and play the game a little bit. I want to bring more. I want to take this game home with me and play it right now. I love Azul. This is definitely a no-brainer. I mean, when this game comes out, which it should come out, is it going to be this year, next year?
This year, in Essen, Essen is the release for the game. So, and
Awesome.
in the US, it will come a little later, before the end of the year.
Okay, well, if you are an Azul fan like I am, or a fan of puzzle games, keep your eye out for Azul Queen's Garden. This is going to be a big hit.
There you go. You know, this one came to us, I think, early.
This one was
Uh,
a big surprise.
yeah, super big surprise. But grabe no, it's the fourth Azul they're
Yes.
releasing. And it looks a lot meatier nga. There are different symbols in different colors na medyo may similarity siya to the last one.
Calico. I don't.
May
While he was
similarity siya.
describing it, parang, wow,
Yeah,
it sounds like Calico.
yeah.
Kasi
May sim-
you have their symbols and then their colors, and you cannot have adjacent colors and symbols. Parang may mga ganong limitations rin with Calico
yeah.
and Hexagon.
Yeah. And interesting that you have this center tile. You draft for the trees that you're planting, which is the colored tiles. And then you also draft for the garden when you're expanding. Like sinabi nga nung guy, no, it looks a little bit more thinky than most Azul games, but I mean, who doesn't want a thinkier Azul? Azul is really good, and I don't know. This one looks amazing. Yeah. Say it's still on that line of that drafting Azul, but then you just add a lot more moves, a lot more components, and I think it's gonna be a good one. This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Sige, next we're gonna continue on this video lang. I think this one's really cool. I think this is the Jurassic Park and the warriors from this publisher.
All right.
Lounge sounds a lot better.
This is Jesse. And
Hi guys, how are you?
Jesse's got a bunch of games to talk about, and there are several that are coming out here. This is crazy. You got a lot of things to talk about. So let's get through it.
Yeah,
But,
we'll get through it. So the big one for the show at GenCon debuting is the Rocketeer Fate of the Future.
Yeah.
Premiering here at the show. We're super excited. It is a 1-versus-1 game, head to head, where you're going as the Rocketeer and his crew versus Neville Sinclair and his baddies. And there's a little area control, card play, and then a clamshell where you're hiding the rocket plans and your enemy's trying to take them from you.
you'd be like, oh, like we could, like
Yeah,
literally,
we could do
oh,
it now.
really?
Yeah, and
Oh.
then you fight me and you say, "Is that the plans?"
Yeah.
And I say, "No, not
Right.
at all." So
Okay.
that's debuting based on the film. Got really awesome artwork. Maybe we can see it. Some gold flocking on here.
It's nice.
I agree. Ang ganda ng
Yep.
artwork.
That box art.
And so that is out for the show, and then out in the market later this year.
Yeah, I remember. It's like really close. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're people are really excited about that. And
You got
then
the Warriors.
yesterday we announced the Warriors come out to play, and if anybody's familiar with the beer bottles, all that kind of thing. So this is a cooperative game
Warriors.
for players to take on the role of the Warriors, and you're trying to go from the Bronx to Coney Island, and you're going to be fighting gangs and running away from your rival gangs, all while trying to keep your reputation up. And so how it works, you're going to go to different locations, and you've got different cards. And so say we're in Van Cortlandt Park, and you want to fight, you fight the Furies. You put this together, and then that becomes sort of your roadmap for the battle there.
And this is dexterity dice combat, where you just kind of do like that. Did I
Sure,
win?
Sure, we'll call it that.
I didn't.
It is not a dexterity game.
Okay,
we gotta try a little.
But yeah, a little different. So this one here is really, throwbacks to the films. We got a lot of positive response here at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Folks are loving it, and they're asking all about it.
Where did it go? We got that big release.
That
let's
one.
See it,
Okay.
Let's see it.
Yeah,
let's see it,
so
let's see it.
the
Here's
big
the one.
announcement for the show is a legacy game by Prospero Hall.
There you go.
We've got title pending, but it's set in the world of Jurassic
Yes.
World.
Oh my god,
And
title
Yeah.
pending game.
Right here in the lounge, we've got a mini, one of many to show off. That's just absolutely beautiful of the T-Rex. And so more to come later this year, and even more next
Dude.
year of
Look at that.
what's to come for a Jurassic legacy game. Prospero Hall, what's not to love?
Folks, I got one more thing for you. You ready for this
Uh-oh.
reveal?
Uh-oh. What does he got?
A dying plant. Okay.
It was alive a couple hours ago.
Big reveals
I
here
promise.
at Gen Con. Look at this.
Yeah, so
All
that's it's kind of like you got the dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's what we.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay, so we had a couple of my three releases: the Warriors, the Rocketeers, and then of course they announced
the
Jurassic
untitled Jurassic Park
Untitled Jurassic Park
Legacy game.
by Prospero Hall. Nice. They're the ones who like really take IP games into a next level, no. From I think sila din yung the Goonies. Who's the other one? Jaws. I think sila din sa Jaws. The Jurassic Park. I'm not sure if they did
Parang
the first
they're
Jurassic Park.
taking nostalgic
Yeah.
early 1990s, late 1980s Americana films, thus turning it into a board game.
Yeah. But I think everyone here is just really excited for Jurassic Park, the
Come on,
legacy
just look at
game.
the dinosaur.
Yeah. And
Look
and
at that big boy.
I mean it makes you excited because of course there's all these Jurassic Park movies and isipin mo what they're gonna do for a legacy game in there, no? I think it's gonna be the first legacy game also from them. So I'm sure they wanna do
Mm.
something different. Yeah. So
And
we're
and
gonna.
Legacy is different. It's a different monster.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah. We're gonna go to our next game. Let me just look for it. Fast forward ko na onte. It's gonna be from Capstone. Yeah. Here you go.
Iba pa rin talaga when you see the games physically. Like, for example, yung Rocketeer, the box, ang ganda yung the gold foil sa text na nagsashine. Iba pa rin yung appeal niya talaga
Yeah.
versus you just see it in pictures. So, ayun nga, I really do hope that we can get back into the conventions and to the normal, pero hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hi,
Hopefully.
welcome back to Man vs. Meeple and our live coverage of Gen Con 2021. I'm Emily, and this is Clay from
Hey.
Capstone Games. We're super excited to be
Capstone
here.
game.
Yeah, I'm glad it's
Juicy
back. Like,
fruits.
it's busy.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
We recently got to play Corrosion, and I absolutely loved it.
I
so
love your video of it. You're very
Thank you.
articulate in explaining it, and you did an awesome job. So
Well, it's a great game. We're super excited for that to be coming out soon.
Yep.
But I know you have some other games you're showing here today.
yeah,
So what are the big things that we're showing off at Gen Con?
we have right now. We've got Iberian Gauge, our new Iron Rail game. That's been blowing up. Juicy Fruits has been a
Brains.
massive hit for us.
Juicy
I feel like
fruits.
Fruits.
It's a super addicting slide puzzle. Rorschach has been doing really well as well.
Rorschach.
But Rift Force is kind of taking the cake here.
Yeah.
It's just constant demos all day, and it's easy to get into.
Yeah.
It takes about 5 minutes to teach it, and it's pretty autonomous from there. You know how to play it. So
Cool. Awesome.
yeah, but it's been a really busy show already, and it's only Friday, so I'm excited for the weekend to see what that turns out.
Yeah. Well, we're super excited to see all the games that you guys are showing, and we're going to keep doing more live coverage. Thank you for
Awesome.
meeting with us.
To be. Yeah, thank
Yeah, and I just wanted to go through Capstone games because Rift Force, this is one game that Mr. Store really wants. I think nag-order na tayo niyan. Very soon should be here. Juicy Fruit we already have. You can I think there's one more copy in the gaminglive.com store, and also Iberian Gauge. I think Gershwin just released a review sa post. I think he posted in Philippine Board Game Enthusiast because he bought it last 9/9. Check it out if you guys are interested in those. Also Gino said, "Ooh, I see Juicy Fruits. Got to play it this weekend." How was it, Gino?
How was it?
Did you play solo or did you play with somebody? But yeah, of course, may mga ganito na they released before Gen Con. They just want to feature it in Gen Con. So I'm glad na kasabay natin actually sila na we have it. You guys can play it even from our store. Yeah. Rift Force looks really, really interesting. See, Mr.
Yeah.
Star asked me to look at that one also.
Rift Force, those are yung elementals, and then you have a choice either to combine them or to use their powers. So parang yun
Yeah.
yung main balance. Elementals, very interesting, no?
Yeah. This one more from Floodgate Games. This is a really nice, interesting game.
Again, with Ben from Floodgate, we had one more thing we wanted to show you. This was kind of a surprise, just announced game.
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
This one's called Decorum. It's a passive-aggressive game of cohabitation.
I love it. A game of passive aggressive cohabitation.
Passive aggression, love it.
We are working together to decorate a house. We each have our own secret objectives. We make changes to the house to swap in this or that decoration, change the wall colors, all to meet our own requirements. But the entire time, we can't tell each other what we actually want.
Oh, so just like living in a house with somebody.
Just like living in a house with somebody. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
swear that was a different lamp last time I was in here.
Exactly. But all the while we are working together, we're trying to collaboratively decorate this house. And you get the house in a place where everyone's happy, you win. And it's kind of a scenario-based game that has a campaign to it. For 2 players.
Oh, I like that. Is that what these envelopes are down here?
Yeah, each of the scenarios comes in its own envelope, so it's secret until you open it up.
That's
And then
cool.
as you play, we
I
reveal
love
new
envelopes.
content to throughout the 2-player
Awesome.
campaign. It does play 3 and 4 players, and those you can play in any order.
Awesome. I'm very excited for this release. This is coming out maybe this year, sometime maybe next
This will
year.
be early next year.
Early next year.
Early
Awesome.
next year.
Look for this.
Early
It's
next year.
going to be a big
Okay.
hit. So thank
Decorum.
you so much again for joining us again for this awesome new reveal.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna put a poll up on GLive Game Night community. We'll put in a poll of the games that we're featuring or games that were featured or just a list of games from GenCon. We're gonna put a poll. Vote which one you guys want. Medyo parang outside player pass. We're doing a big player pass for it. Let us know which one you want so that when it becomes available to the Philippine market, we can actually get it for the Philippine market. Yeah. So we'll put the poll up tomorrow or after this show. Join GLive Game Night community on Facebook if you guys wanna join participate. I'm forgetting words.
Cohabitate passive
G-
aggressively.
I would also put it on the list. Gino says, play Juicy Fruit solo. I want to make sure I got the rules right first because I lost to the AI by a huge gap. It's super colorful though, and there's so many modules to change the mechanics. Yep. I think if you just try the first part, meron pa yung backside of it, which is like the factory
there's a
ba or the
factory
market?
that forms the juices.
Yeah. There, you can try that pa. Madami, I think yung mga ganyan na games na madaming content is really really good. So we're at day 2, part 2 already.
Oh, day 2 pa lang, no? Imagine 4 days of gaming.
Party people,
Yeah.
GenCon 2021. I am so excited to be talking about games. I just got done with my shift over at Greenbrier Games, and here I am. My first stop is the Arcade Wonders booth. Here we go. I'm at Arcade
This one
Wonders.
I
They
want.
have a ton of titles. I'm going to be checking them out today. But first is the perfect picture, and I've been calling it the perfect moment forever, Jace. I'm so sorry.
Well, it used to be called the perfect moment.
Yeah, it used to be called the perfect
Now
moment.
it's picture perfect. It is the perfect deduction game. If you like deduction, this is the game for you. Let me show you it. Not only you get this cool Gwyneth Paltrow Emma look on the front, but the game itself plays out like Clue or like those puzzle deduction books, the ones where it says, I want to be next to someone, you want next to someone. In this game, every character has 3 different things they want. So each character on your specific board will be told, I want to stand next to someone, or I want to stand away from someone, I want to be in the front, I want to be in the back. So you have 3D spatial deduction on this, but you're not going to have everything at once. It's not like those books where you get everything. You're only going to get pieces. You're only going to get clues for a couple of characters. Then there's going to be cards that say, pass one of your things to the player to the left. So the player on the left then is going to get to see one of your cards, and you're going to see someone else's card. So you're all building different logic puzzles, and you're trying to compete and see who could get the most pieces to be what they want and don't want in this game. That is the concept of this. Great. There's also a auction variant for those who are more advanced, where instead of just tossing around the stuff, you also can you can auction off and say, oh, you really want to learn what the dog wants to do?
Yeah.
Pay me 5 of your tableware, I'll show you what the dog can do.
Oh.
It's great for advanced players as well.
You just
Picture perfect, aka the old perfect moment.
There you go. Thank you so much for showing me that game because I've been waiting for this one to come here for a while, and now I finally have it. All right, party people, there you go. This is
There you go. That's picture perfect. This is one of the games that I wanted kasi just because of the unique mechanic. Ito yung parang anticipated ko ng Gen Con. They said it's like Clue. What you try to do is deduce to have the perfect picture, how it's supposed to look like. Checking all the clues. This little boy wanting to be beside the table next to the candlestick, but the dog but be away from the boy. So it's just I like deduction games. And I like unique mechanics. This one looks very very interesting.
Deduction pero 3D na format.
Yeah. John Irvin is asking, kailan po ang release ng Marvel United X-Men All-In? Once the Kickstarter is released, we're gonna have it almost at the same time. What time? When is Marvel United gonna be?
I think it's still next year.
So much dates. Yeah, I think it's still next year for the release of X-Men. Yeah, next year. Yeah. Hindi ko na maalala. Franz is asking how long is the usual playtime for Juicy Fruits. Gino, maybe you can answer this for us. But from what I heard, it's like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm not sure if that's the same with if it's a learning game. But yeah. We can move on. This one, we're gonna skip this because we already have this genotype. They featured it in Gen Con also. You can get this. I'm not sure kung meron pa tayo, but we already had this in stock. And then this one, actually, for deck builder fans, ito yung very interesting game.
2021 coverage. I'm here today with Justin Gary, CEO of Stoneblade Entertainment and the designer of Ascension, which you may have heard of. That's a huge game. We're here to show you a prototype of Ascension Tactics. Now, this is a game that we covered on the channel about a year ago. We did not have this beautiful looking final production. Yeah. So what can you tell us about this game?
It's so exciting. It's basically taking the Ascension deck building game, which we have 10 years of history on, and combining it with a tactical miniatures game, which I grew up loving miniatures. I designed the World of Warcraft miniatures game back in the day. And so it's really just about taking the best of those worlds and putting them together, which you got to play the game in for a while ago.
That was
great. So for people who are familiar with Ascension, you still have that same deck building aspect, the center row, you're adding cards to your deck, but instead of using power to kill monsters, you're using power to command your champions, which are these little miniatures on the board. And so then you're trying to control territory, attack the other miniatures, and it really becomes this kind of seamless integration of really two genres that I'm just super passionate. And to see them come to life now, this is the very first time we've actually had the real miniatures in our hands, is pretty amazing.
They look fantastic. I mean, you couldn't be happier, I think.
Yeah, for fans of Ascension, you're going to recognize all of your favorite characters. For people who have never seen Ascension before, right? There's just cool things that you could come into and really enter into the genre. And so I couldn't be happier with how it's all come out.
So we've gotten to see a lot of new Ascension stuff. Let's sneak peek kind of behind the curtain. And there was two things, I think, one that I was most excited about and one that you are most excited about.
Yes.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I'm going first. You think those minis are cool? Say hello to the plushie cultist.
It's cute.
I mean, he's adorable, but he's also useful, right? So again, fans of Ascension, it's become a running gag that you just punch the cultist and he's a little bag that produces honor for you because every 2 power you can knock out the cultist. Well, this is a bag that produces honor for you. He's got a bag in the back. Every time you hit the cultist, you can pull honor out. I
think that's awesome. I want one, but.
There's actually a Gen Con special that actually is available right now. You can get a pre-order the Ascension Tactics miniatures game. It doesn't come with the plastic miniatures, it comes with cardboard ones. And get this guy. And get enough sleeves to cover everything. Ascension Tactics sleeves, all for $80.
That's not bad.
And so it's a good deal. It's something that you can get access to if you miss the Kickstarter. It's the first opportunity you have to get access to all these goodies.
Awesome. And the thing that I want to talk about, this is what blew me away. Fans of Ascension have been asking for this for forever. It's a big box. Look at this thing to hold all of Ascension, which is cool enough as it is. But hold on to that for me for a second. The thing that's really cool is that this magnetic cover comes off.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful, gorgeous looking version of the board as well. This is cool. So this will be out sometime in the near future as well, correct?
Yes, this is one of those that if you got it on the Kickstarter, you're going to get it soon. If not, then we'll have it at conventions and we'll have it in our online store by the end of the year. And I know for all true Ascension fans that have a wall of boxes,
Right.
this is the solution that will hold all 10 years of stuff. And it's really came out beautiful. So
Well, I mean, I like that Ascension is getting love again.
I love that it has a storage solution. And
yeah,
the magnetic board
turns into a
that
playmat.
opens up into the playmat.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Amazing.
I mean, a lot of people already try this, no? Like yung from a certain game making it a tactics version of the game. I think one was Planeswalker, no, Magic the Gathering. Another one was Sentinel Multiverse, Sentinels of the Multiverse. They named it Sentinel Tactics, and I think this one's gonna be. Hopefully, I'm still waiting for that really good one, and I'm hoping na Ascension Tactics is that good one na mag-release ng ganito. But yeah, I just know a lot of people who likes to play Ascension pero parang naiwanan na kasi yung deck building ano niya, Dominion pa rin is there, and then some of these really good deck building games coming out. I'm really happy that Ascension is getting more love again. Yan. Nice. Okay, so we're going next.
So many
David
games
is
come out.
answering, I think, for Marvel United. If I remember correctly, ang initial target date ng fulfillment ng Marvel United X-Men is May 2022. There you go, John
Yeah.
Irvin.
But I'm sure na 2022 pa. Oh, pero May pa. But you know what? Mabilis lang ang panahon. Like, a while ago, I just blinked and parang, wow, September na. Almost done with September. Then we blink again, Christmas na. Then we blink again, May 2022 na. Speaking of May 2022, please do register to vote if you're able to register. And for registration is September 30. So you still have 10 days to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, PSA lang.
That's fine. Frances planning to play solo 30 to 50 looks okay for me. Thanks, Gino. There you go. Thanks for helping, Gino. This is gonna be they released just up to day 3 dun sa vlogs nila, but yeah, maybe we can check out the other games next time. But tuloy lang natin tong day 3 nila. Oh, let us know pala if you watched other content creators on GenCon. Maybe you can share with us which games you are excited for, which news are you really excited for in the comments below. We just want to know more about GenCon if you attended GenCon online, let us know also kung ano yung na-attendan nyo.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with our coverage of GenCon 2021. I'm here with longtime friend of the show, Sarah Erickson of Renegade Games. Sarah, you've got a ton of games here this year. You've got a few deck builders. I want you to talk about those because I was under the misimpression that they were very similar, but they're quite different. And some other games as well.
Yeah, these deck builders, we have Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and Transformers, and they're all completely unique and different.
Nice.
So each one of them has something that's very special for either Power Rangers, Transformers, or G.I. Joe, and I love that about them. So if you're a fan of any of those, check out these deck builders.
Even if you're not really, because I played the Power Rangers one, and I'm not a big Power Rangers fan in general, but the mechanics of what that game did were very unique. I was assuming that these would have similar things, but they're new things for these properties, which is kind of cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. For example, in G.I. Joe, you actually get a team of Joes together and you send them into a Jeep, that's some sort of transport, maybe it's a fighter jet, and you say, hey, I want to go on a mission. Anybody else want to join me? I've got 4 seats in my Jeep. I've already filled 2 of them with Joes. Do you want to come and join me? And then
to the other players?
To the other players, because it's cooperative. And so then other people send their Joes in with you and you go on a mission. And hopefully you can defeat Cobra, because there's actually 2 unique missions in the box. Each mission is a set of cards that all go together as a story. So you play through a whole mission, and then the next mission, if you want to play again, is another even more challenging set of things to accomplish.
Cool.
So each one of these deck builders is just totally different. The Transformers one, it's still a deck building game, but instead of having a river of cards, you actually have a matrix of face down cards, and you don't know what's going to be under any of those cards. So you go in, you flip over a card. It might be resources, might be abilities, extra things to add to your deck. or it might be a Decepticon. And you have to be prepared for that.
Oh, in your deck.
In the grid.
Oh, in the grid.
Yeah,
In the grid.
and then you add some things to your deck that you get through the Matrix. But if you encounter a Decepticon, you have to be ready to deal with it.
Cool.
So
tell me about
really
the hunger
different.
too. This is not a deck builder.
Yeah.
And this
It
is a game.
is a deck builder.
It is. Oh, that is. It
This
is
is
a deck builder.
building
Your
year.
deck. It is a deck building year.
So this is a deck builder, a little bit different than these
Yeah,
ones.
very different.
But this is by Richard Garfield. Of course, made
Richard Garfield.
Forge, but he also did Bunny Kingdom and
Bunny
King of
Kingdom.
Tokyo. Some of my favorite games. So The Hunger is a deck building game where you're a vampire and you live in this castle up on the top of the hill. But we all get hungry, right? And so the vampires have to go to the village, get some snacks, feast on some villagers. But if they go too far and they eat too many villagers, they might not make it up to the castle before sunrise.
I love how you've mixed this friendly, cute art with the fact of what you just said, that we're going and just basically feasting on people. Interesting. Thanks for showing us these, and they've got more stuff here at the booth. If you're here at Gen Con, come check it out. If not, make some comments down below, and we'll answer as many more questions as you have. Thanks again, Sarah, for helping us out here and showing us what you have. And stay tuned for more coverage soon.
Yeah. Very interesting yung ginawa ng Renegade Games with the IPs that they got, no? They got Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Transformers, but they all did a deck building for them. But they're all different deck builders. That's so interesting. I mean, you would think na they would go with like Cryptozoic or with like yung mga legendaries na parang different IPs, same system. But ang galing ng ginawa nila, totally different. Excited for these ones because I don't know what is it with this year, but people parang nostalgic yung mga inaano nila.
Nostalgia bomb talaga.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic Park, previously from Prospero Hall, and now this big IPs na early 1990s really hits you in the childhood. Tapos this one is really interesting. The Hunger deck building game, also by Richard Garfield from MTG fame.
Yeah. I like that she said also the designer of the games na Bunny Kingdom and King of
Bunny
Tokyo.
Kingdom and King
like
of
King
Tokyo.
of Tokyo is something really small, which they're releasing also a very big box soon, no? Yung monster box. Yeah, sabi ni Sam, Renegade, looking forward to The Hunger from Renegade, also Princess version of Love Letter. David also says mukhang interesting yung gameplay ng Transformers. So far from the board games na lumalabas, I only remember a trading card game na Transformers, and I think this one's the first one na Transformers na board game na maybe na lumaki. Yun. So interested din ako sa Transformers because they also used the cartoons or the comics,
the cartoon art,
the old one. Yeah, it's not the realistic
the Michael Bay Transformer live action films.
Yeah. Gino also said, I really want to play The Hunger but no solo modes. Hopefully, Gino, soon wala tayong hopefully we can play soon. Come to think of it, they might have an AI app for that, much like in Clank. I mean, the way that she described it, it does have that Clank feel of going outside, going to a certain place and trying to get back before something happens. So it could have a Clank influence dun sa gameplay na yan. Luvin also said those batang 80s, 90s swerte talaga. Yeah. Very, very swerte. Hintayin ko na lang na may biker mice dyan na lalabas. Old school. Or Madeline.
Madeline the board game.
Sige, we can go with this one.
Hey, party people, I'm at the Orange Nebula booth with Lacey, not Stacy, just so I remember.
Lacey.
Okay, and we are here talking about Unsettled, which is about to come to backers. I'm excited to talk about it, so can you tell me about it? Because I don't even know what game I ordered, so.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of that. People come in with their bags and they're like, I bought all in. Can you tell me what's inside?
Can you tell me what I'm getting here?
So it's a cooperative game and it's a space-themed game and a puzzle game, okay? So And on top of that,
Puzzle.
That's so
Okay.
interesting.
cooperative space survival puzzle
Yes.
game. Okay, that's what we're looking
Okay,
at.
I'm in. I'm in.
Mhm.
Tell me more.
Basically, we've all been sucked through a wormhole, and most of our crew has died. Our ship
Oh, this
is
went dark real quick.
It
Go
did.
ahead.
Okay, our ship is malfunctioning,
Okay.
and we've got to survive and get through many puzzle pieces
Okay.
in order to get out alive. The biggest thing that we've been exploring in this game is
Yeah.
group trust
Okay.
and group cohesion,
Wow.
and how your choices impact the other people in your party.
This is gonna shock my game group. We really have to become bonded here. All right, here we go. So, are you like chucking dice? What are you doing? Like kind of in the game? What are you doing?
Oh, there's so many pieces to it.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so you're advancing up a scientific track to get new comprehensions, and as you continue to get higher in your scientific comprehensions, you're able to erect structures.
Okay.
As you erect structures, you're able to take, maybe you got some fungus on you, and you've got to change that
Really?
into food at
Wow.
at one of the structures.
So very spacey.
Yes.
Many planets in this game. I see there's a lot of planets and stuff.
This Kickstarter and this every all-in bundle that we've done here has
Okay.
6 planets.
Okay.
You
Wow.
imagine
More.
infinite, really.
It's unsettled. Okay, here we go. Your plans are unsettled. Okay, so thank you so much, Stacy, not Lacey.
6
Lacey, not
planets.
Stacy. See, I did it. See, I did it. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Party people, thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Yeah, there you go. That was one that's really interesting, no? It was kickstarted. Very interesting mechanics. Even the whole package is very interesting. The theme is interesting. Unsettled. Maganda
Nakakatawa
rin.
that they just got the games. They just backed it without knowing what's inside. And like,
yeah.
I mean, that's what you do when you're in a convention. You
I
just get
would
games.
also I would also pag nandun ako, sabi ni Gino, double recess boards, yeah. Looks like a high production game. And the interesting na madaming planets that they released immediately. And hopefully they'll release more. Sana may backing yan. This is gonna be our last video, short video. And then maybe we can check more once MVM releases more videos.
Hey, party people, and welcome back to MVM. I am at the Elk Creek Games booth, and of course, I'm covering one of the games I covered last year. We've covered for the channel, but it's almost here to backers, and that is Merchants of the Dark Road, and I'm with Mike. Tell us about this wonderful game.
So yeah, with Merchants of the Dark Road, you are a traveling merchant, and you're trying to balance the fortune that you're going to be making by selling items with
I like
the
that.
fame that you're going to have from delivering items to the different cities in the Dark Road.
And you got an interesting little mechanic that goes
Yeah.
on there. Part little Tetris going on the
Yeah,
board.
definitely.
Yeah, what are you doing with your dice?
So with your dice, you're going to actually be picking a die to activate, and you have one of 3 sections. You can either make goods, you can get an illuminated die, which allows you to get more actions on your turn, or you can gain coins, or you can manipulate this market die, this market board.
Rondell stuff going on in this game.
Lots of Rondell stuff, lots of
I
dice
like it.
worker placement, and beautiful art
Yeah,
by
just-
Andrew Bosley. What you're seeing on the board right here is
Andrew Bosley.
Plus edition. We do have these amazing coins as well.
Yeah, these coins are nuts, man.
Which are just
These coins are
super
through the roof
sweet.
nuts.
I don't think I could be any happier with the production value of this game.
I think there's another level you can step up your game, but this is fine.
Well, we'll see. You know, we've got some stuff in the background that we're working on. So
No, thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time. This is awesome. I'm really excited for you guys to get this game. I'm going to get this game as well. And with that, party people, this is Elf Creek Games, Merchants of the Dark Road. You can look for it very soon.
See ya.
That's Merchants of the Dark Road. Tama ba? Yeah.
Merchants of the Dark Road.
What interests me the most is, well, syempre yung Rondel, dice placement. But this is really a nice mechanic. Itong, you can't just buy anything. You have to make it all fit into your, your storage.
Yeah, it feels
I love
like
those.
yung old school na RPG that you have your bag, tapos you fit your sword
Yeah.
and your shield
Yeah.
and your
I love
equips
those.
and your potions. Pero
Path of
this one,
Exile.
this one feels the heaviest that we've seen so far.
Oh yeah, Diablo Path of Exile. It's like this, right? Then dice. He said dice placement, and then he said Rondel, and I'm like, God,
Yes.
this this should be good. This should be good.
And art by Andrew Bosley. It was mentioned a while ago by Clint. I believe he said Tapestry. He also is the artist for Everdell.
Nice.
And not Root. That
Not
was my
good.
mistake. Root is Kyle Ferrin,
Mm.
also who did Oath, Vast,
Fort.
and Fort. Yeah,
Yeah.
yung mga one one syllable four letter words na may letter T sa kanya.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get a hold of this one once they release it for retail. No? This is Merchants
Merchants of
Dark
the
Road.
Dark Road.
Okay.
Ang cool nung
This
carriage na
one,
meeple.
this one we kind of know this one.
Anthony,
Hey.
the head of sales from the newly formed Pegasus Spiel North America. Now, before we jump into like kind of what we're talking about today, just really quick, this is big news for the industry. The fact that Pegasus Spiel is bringing up a North American department.
Nice.
For those who know what Pegasus Spiel is, you've probably had to pre-order their games from Germany or have them imported. So, what does this mean for gamers that love your games and also gamers that have never heard of Pegasus Spiel?
Great question, and thank you, Ryan. So, Pegasus Spiel is a very prestigious, very exciting publisher and distributor headquartered in Germany, responsible for a lot of Euros that we all know and love. Recently, we've seen Bonfire come through the market via Pegasus Spiel. Games like Hansa Teutonica. We're doing a Port Royal big box soon. So a lot of Euros that we know and have great familiarity with are things that you've been able to get through Pegasus Spiel. With us being as large and prominent as we are in Europe, we've finally decided that there's absolutely no reason why we can't do the same thing in North America. So that's what we're here to do.
Awesome. And one of the games that you guys had, one of the, I would say, more famous titles right now is Micro Macro, which just won the Spiel des Jahres this past year, which is fantastic. That means probably a reprint on the way. But it also means Micro Macro Crime City 2 Full House. So what can you tell us about this? This is a game that's coming out kind of soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're targeting Q4 for Micro Macro Crime City Full House. It is the follow-up to the original Micro Macro Crime City.
Nice.
It's much of the same. We're moving it into a different part of Crime City, to the south, I believe, of where the original takes place. And things are kind of picking up pace. We're seeing 16 new cases coming straight out of the box. We're able to build a lot on what the first one did great and do this even, I'm going to use the word greater. So a lot of excitement there. There are some tie-ins. So if you were a fan of some of the plot lines in the original, then there may be some
awesome.
shout outs to some
Yeah,
of
little
those.
Easter eggs and things.
Yeah.
This is a cool game. I mean, like we said, it did win the Spiel des Jahres last year. It's a great deduction game where you're using this giant map. I mean, you can see this huge map, and just this is like a living city where you're kind of tracking different subjects and deducing different cases. It's super neat. If you haven't seen it, definitely do yourself a favor and check it out. And look for Crime City 2 coming out soon. And just anything that's coming out from Pegasus Spiel North America. We'll keep you guys posted on that story as we get more information. So, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
There you go. I know you guys know Micro Macro City and Pegasus Spiel. Great news that meron silang NA. But also what's nice is we're trying to get it as soon as possible. Hopefully you guys are excited for it as much as we are. yung 2 din mapiprint pag nag-print run na sila. Yeah. Gino says Micro Macro. Yes, I know you
Micro
like Micro
Macro.
Yeah. And then I think this is gonna be the last segment for their day 3.
Hey, party people, we are almost done today at Gen Con, but I definitely wanted to bring this to you. Definitely
Heavy.
because it's a solo mode game, it's a cooperative game. And we have Vagrant Song here by Weird Games Miniatures.
Weird Miniatures or Weird Games. We go by either or.
And I have Kyle here, and he's gonna be talking about the game, man. Tell us about it. We found out about this last minute.
So this is a fully cooperative game. You play as one of 6 figures who hop on the Silver Ferryman. Silver Ferryman
That's
happens
nice.
to be haunted by ghosts, and you are trying to save them, as you're also trying to save yourself.
Ganda.
The art
that's
style is
really
very
cool.
retro.
It is a campaign game, so there are 23 scenarios in the game, and you're going to be moving forward through the game trying to escape.
So is it a boss battler game, or like
Yes.
what does it have? Other elements of anything else, or are you just playing bosses?
So it is a boss battler. You are going to be facing off generally one haint at a time.
Okay.
But it is also a campaign game, and there's inspirations from dungeon crawlers and other sorts like Mansions of Madness. There's a little bit of other aspects of other
So
games.
what's
in here
going
as well.
on these cycle things? Like you said something about converting them back to humans or things like that. Do they do anything? Like what are you trying to do with these people?
You're trying to save them. So
Yeah.
the haint has humanity or doesn't have humanity, and you're trying to give it back to them. Vagrants also have humanity, and if they lose their humanity, they turn into haints themselves, and they go westbound.
Oh, wow.
And it creates another goal in the game that you have to essentially try to get your own humanity back.
Interesting game.
If you don't before the scenario ends, you're going to lose one of your skills forever.
So what's just a common turn look like real quick? We can just kind of get a fake a turn real quick. So you got these little chips.
Right. So
And you're
every vagrant has 3 coins that they can use to place on their actions or skill cards.
Yeah.
Think of these as kind of action points, but really they're modifiers because you can place them on 3 onto 1 skill, for example, and make that skill more powerful.
Okay.
So for a really basic one, we have the bust action here.
Bust. Okay.
So I'm going to place all 3 on bust.
Ooh, that means you're gonna chuck some dice.
I'm
huh?
going all in. So let's just, for the sake of this, you have to be adjacent to the haint to perform bust. So I have a success value of 4 or above.
Okay.
So for each coin that I put in, I'm going to be rolling a bone, and then hopefully I succeed.
Whoa!
3 successes.
Whoa!
And then he's going to gain 3 humanity.
Okay.
And that's the most basic of the attack actions because each vagrant has their own skills that they can perform as well. But that shows you kind of the general aspect of how dice are rolled.
Building stuff going on. I don't want to get into. We can talk about this game here. You got a lot of stuff in here. You're super passionate about it. I think people will get a gist of this. Where can they find out how to get this? Because this is like it was here at the con and it's gone already. So
Yes.
where can you find out? Where can you get it? Or
We're doing a pre-release here, and it will be released later to local game stores this fall. We're looking at late October, mid-November. And if you scoop it up at your
Interesting.
local game store before the end of January, send in proof of the purchase to us on our website, and you can get a bonus scenario for free.
Sweet. All right, party people. You take care. We're done for the day. I'll see you tomorrow on MVM. Thanks for watching.
Interesting game. Interesting sleeper
Music
game. I think
themed, full co-op, retro art, reminiscent of Cuphead.
I was gonna say it's Cuphead basically because you're trying to beat a
My
boss.
boss. Yeah. Cuphead.
With that art. Ganda. Interesting. Really interesting. Para
Yung
siyang
miniatures kaya nila yan, yung acrylic rin when they do production.
I doubt they're gonna do acrylic for miniatures. But I mean they're a new
Kasi-
publisher. We totally don't know.
Kasi the acrylic miniatures looks interesting kasi it's flat, it's 2D, pero it's parang it's just a step up. Parang in between full mini and cardboard.
Yep. But yeah, it adds to it's way better than cardboard. But I don't know. It adds to like making them feel like ghosts, I think.
Ghosts.
That's very interesting. But yeah. Let us know. Sabi ni Gino, does this count as a train game?
Which one?
It's a train
Vagrant
place
Song?
game. Yeah. You're in a train kasi, di ba? I think. And then Sam says, I like the acrylic standees.
Diba?
Yeah,
The
I hope they
acrylic
do it.
standees.
There's a company that does acrylic standees for D&D RPGs. Hopefully
Yes.
they do it if they do it acrylic standees. They might be
maybe they will do it. It will separate this game from the parang yun yung unique selling factor of this game.
But yeah, that was the last MVM GenCon so far. So I'm pretty sure madami pang releases lalabas in the next
Madami
few
pa.
days. And So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna post a poll in G Live Game Night community, put in some of our favorites, and then you guys can add in yours so that hopefully if we see it released already, maybe we can try and get it for you guys. And kung madami naman kayo na gano, then we'll get more for it. I'm sure you guys are excited as much as we are for Gen Con releases and Gen Con news. Yeah. So we'll post that in G Live Game Night community. Please do vote there and also add games there. We're gonna be make it available that you can add games there. But that's gonna be it for Gen Con. Like a recap, general recap for Gen Con 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed discussing with us. Excited rin kami for certain games. Maybe
Really excited.
Duane, you can share your parang number one from what we've seen
Mine
today.
is Azul. I
Azul.
love Azul. Lalo na yung pieces nila. And now, the pieces are hexagon. My favorite shape.
Mhm.
And it looks like I'm not sure pa how the mechanics work, pero how they described it, it feels like calico.
Yeah.
And calico is something na parang very thinky, very meaty, and I love. So parang this one fits the thinky puzzle, pero still you draft the tiles like in the normal Azul.
Nice. Azul.
How
I'm
about you?
sure I'm sure Azul, like plan B or next move, knows how to make a really good Azul game. For me, actually surprise
Feeling ko
sa akin yung
madami.
Vagrant song, but my pinaka ano was still, of course, my anticipated one, which is Picture Perfect. I really do
Picture
love me some deduction games, kasi it makes me feel smart. Maybe we do a list like that, games that make you feel smart. Did we do already? Yeah.
I
But
think
yeah.
we did. Did we?
Or we just discussed it. I don't know.
Or we
But
discussed it.
yeah, Picture Perfect. I like 3D dioramas. I like deduction. Yeah. It's just a whole nother clue that I can put into my collection. Different style of clue. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out some games that released in Gen Con. Hopefully, you guys can vote and add to the poll when we release it. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna do... What day is Wednesday? What week is Wednesday? Third week?
Yeah, it's we
Yeah.
have 5 Wednesdays ng September.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll see.
this
We'll
one
have a
is an
show.
extra show because next week we're gonna do the player pass.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one is an extra show na
Okay.
we haven't done. Maybe we do something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
It's a fun surprise. Kami rin ni Willow maso-surprise na lang para ito pala yung show na gagawin natin.
But we'll still have a live stream on Wednesday 8 p.m. I'll see you guys there. On Friday, syempre G Live Game Night. Just a few announcements before you go. We do have a promo in store. If you guys are close to our stores, Alter Ego in Shangri-La, Gaming Library in OBHS, BGC, and Greenbelt. Greenbelt 5. You can drop by there. Just show a RCBC card, debit, credit. You guys can get a 15% off your games there. Also,
15% off.
Yeah, but that's only in store. Only in store.
Only in store.
Not
Because
online.
something's gonna happen online. Na,
Yeah.
You can't say it pa, no?
I can technically say a part of it. We do
Basta
have
something to do with...
Pwede
Can we say
yeah,
it?
Yeah, we can. We will launch. If
Okay.
you have Gcash,
yeah.
check out Glive. We're there. You can pay through Glive, Gcash.
Glive.
Uh,
Gcash.
So Glive at Glive. You can check that out. Sa Gcash app nyo. We're actually there. But soon, if we can wait a bit, we're gonna have a couple of surprises for you there also. Yeah. I think that's
Very
what we can-
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll try to show you that, go through that in one of our shows in the future once we release it. But you can already check out there. Baka may madami kayong Gcash credits that you wanna spend.
Yeah, ako po halos lahat ng transactions ko na lang either credit card or GCash. I don't have any cash anymore.
Same. Yep.
And just keep this discussion about GenCon 2021 over in G-Live Game Night community. So if you have games that you're really excited about or games that we missed, because we only have limited time for the show and we cannot cover the whole convention. I'm sure there's a wealth of games out there na hindi namin na-touch upon. So we want to know those games as well, and if you so that we can and the community can see a trend. So just hop on over in G Live Game Night community. If it's a Facebook group, we're really nice people. Lots of blah 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 updates there, so you get updated with gaming news and gaming adjacent news.
Yeah. Rain, hello, welcome to the stream. But
It's
you did
okay,
make it.
Rain.
It's fine. You can replay
You can
it if
always
you want.
watch it, replay it, or hop on in YouTube because we're basically YouTubers now.
Wow.
We are
But yeah,
we are YouTubers now.
we are. So yeah, we'll post the poll of GenCon games in G Live Game Night community. I hope you guys can share your thoughts there and the games that you want there. But I guess that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Wednesday and Friday. If you guys want to play something on Friday, let us know. If you want to learn something on Friday where we can play it online in BGA, in whatever platform you want, just let us know. We'll try to teach you as much as we can. Yeah, but hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight. I hope to see you on Wednesday. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care, guys. Peace.
Bye bye.
Deb.